Right, as promised, charities. I found a nice meme. It's Jasmine Whitbread. I don't know whether she's still. I think this meme's pretty old, but it gives you some idea of what's going on. It says, "Before you save the children, I want my £234,000 salary." And it says underneath, "It's an utter disgrace that people like this woman, Jasmine Whitbread, take £4,500 a week, crikey, in wages from generous donations meant to be for the," and then whatever, children. Now, other people tell me that only 2% of donations tend to get to the where the problem is. The rest of it is on buildings, admin, fuel, vehicles, chauffeur, I suppose, CEOs, expenses. You know, they're a big business. There's been a point where, you know, somebody's created a charity and the government has said, "Oh, I know somebody who can run that. Oh, what's his face over there?" And he goes, "Oh yes, no problem, I can sit behind a desk and no idea what I'm doing, but 500,000 a year will help me. Yes, thank you very much. Don't have to sit there all the time. I can do other things, can't I?" You know, so that's that. So anyway, charities. Now, charity equals government won't pay for it, in my eyes. Cancer research, it's a charity. Lifeboats, it's a charity. You know, I would have thought these were more important than, you know, gay rights centres and things like that, and you know, spending money on other stuff. I just don't understand. NHS. The NHS got more money. It could take cancer research under its wing. But it looks to me like it's another way of, this is personal, not Project X's view, another way of getting fat cats into jobs and another way of getting money. Obviously the government have said that it doubles any donations and all that, so that's one good thing. But on the other hand, that's half of what it would have paid if it had to pay it. So I want to know, you know, what do people think? I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a massive mixture of, "Oh no, charities are good," "Oh no, charities are bad." I never give money to charities because I don't know where it's going. Now, another story. There was North Africa somewhere. There was a problem coming, and all the news and all the media sites were all saying, "Oh, the kids are starving to death," and all this. So whoever it is, one of the charities, all jumped in their vehicles and went to have a look. When they got there, there was not a rib cage in sight. There was not a big belly in sight. All the kids looked healthy. And what had happened was, the government had thought, right, we can see they're about to rebel, so we'll start peddling this trash about the fact that the kids are about to die, and the charities will come running and help. We won't have to pay. So anyway, charities thought, well, we'll do something about it anyway, because some of them might need nutrition and that. So set up nutrition centres, and guess who turns up? The army. Big strong blokes, expect the saying, the government said you were going to feed us. So the government didn't have to feed its army. And if they didn't feed them, they were going to throw them out. That's a sort of mixture of all the stories in one, really, but you know, they might just be stories. I want to hear. I want to know exactly what the problem was. We'll leave these up for a couple of years. these videos and see what we get back. But you know, overall they look like quite a good thing. But again, we come back to the same problem: money. You know, if we didn't have a money system, anybody who wanted something, that job would go onto the mobile system, and somebody would say, "Yeah, I'll do it." Press the button, go and do it. People video it to make sure he's there and make sure he's done the job or fed the kids or whatever. He comes back and he's a percentage up, going closer to where he wants to, his centres of excellence. Be there driving a Ferrari, hobbies, you know, good food, weekends away, you know, anything that we want goes on the centres of excellence system. And that system also saves resources, because at the moment you get to the point where everyone wants a Rolls Royce, you know. But if you've got a centre of excellence for Rolls Royce, which has got the factory, the museum, the track, the road system, all built in the same compound for you to play with Rolls Royces for a weekend, that's called the Rolls Royce Centre of Excellence. You don't need money. Money is purely this. I'm going into the money section now. Shouldn't do that. But to give you some idea, money is to give rich people something to store that they can hold in their hand. And then that all goes up one end, and it's, if it was liquid or no money, it would all make its own level. So we'd all be as rich as each other. They don't want that. They want to be rich. So they've created this thing to keep up one end, keep up their end, the rich end, the 1%, if you like. You know, so the charities come into it quite nicely, because they can give their old cronies jobs, highly paid jobs, and you know, like I say, we're 50% of the way. We're hoping you'll complete the circuit. So it's entirely up to you. I don't want people who don't know what they're talking about. You know, a person sitting on a couch with an opinion. That's not what we want. We want proper people who have been there, people who have seen stuff, office people who know exactly what goes on. Like I say, the Project X intelligence section does have people in various, I can't say it, but not necessarily charities and things, and higher education. We're not that far down. We've done the big stuff up the top, but so we do get, because that all occurred from the fake news thing that was happening. You know, we stopped looking at the news to find out what was going on, and thought, well, we'll just pay somebody in every single agency, be it government or whatever, and all the big industry and all the corporations. We've got people in those sending us information so that we really know what's going on, basically. But these lower things, we have no idea really. It's just too many people to cope with if we feel. So this is why we want to hear from you. And there's a lot of other stuff, like I say, charities. The next one, high street decline. You know, okay, great to shop online, but you know, people like to walk about as well. So, you know, and dating, that's another big money scam. You know, there's an easy way around that too. So charities, there we go, and hoping you'll feed us some good snippets, and then we can correlate all the information. And well, Project X is dormant, or sorry, the X project is dormant, but if that ever has to be brought to life, it's going to sort all these problems. It all depends how rogue the government gets, and it's backed by MPs, so usually they try and keep 100 MPs knowing what's going on, and this information will not be going to them. That's staying with us unless we need to. If we suddenly find out, oh, this is going on, we will be. But you know, they tend not to do anything about it, which is why we've got agencies or units that will do things about it legally, obviously, or just let them know that we know what's going on. That's usually enough. But yeah, so charities, good thing, you know, produce lots of money. We all love Red Nose Day and all that. It's all fun stuff. But you know, people are giving people from the poor end of society seem to be giving, and the rich people take their bit first, and then a little bit gets to where it's supposed to be going. You know, they say that 100% goes to the charity. Well, of course it does. It all goes in the front door, only a little bit comes out the back. The rest of it gets filtered off the banks and stuff. And I've also heard, this is another thing I want to check up on, if a charity goes into a country, some people are saying that they have to pay bribes to the government to enter certain areas, and a lot of our money is going to pay people for access. You know, they're all trying to get the cash basically before it even reaches a child or whatever. So, and the other thing we want to hear about is what we all know has been on the news recently, is the paedophiles. You know, they're joining charities and going and helping these kids just to touch children and filter some off to have their way with. You know, what's that about? That to me isn't a charitable thing. You've got to find out who's doing that. And as far as I know, no charities have been shut down because of it. You know, so yeah, so all these horrible things we hear, do we carry on paying or not? I don't know. That's what I want to hear. Thank you very much.